Hello and welcome to a demo of Portage Communications Call Center Designer. Call Center Designer is one of a three-suite product offering from Portage Communications. We have the Call Center Designer, SIM-ACD, and the Agent Time Scheduler, designed for small and medium-sized call centers who perhaps can't afford the more expensive workforce management tools that are out there on the market. The first product, Call Center Designer, is a Erlang C-based staffing calculator. Now there are many Erlang C-based staffing calculators out on the market. What ours does is it will create a complete profile of your staffing needs for a whole week, for each time period in each day of that whole week. If you look down at the lower right here on our main entry screen, I have a week that's been selected in the calendar tool, and I'm going to pick the day Tuesday because there's already some calculations there that exist in the Call Center Designer Day Planner. The work start time for this particular call center of 8 in the morning has been entered, and a work end time of 7 p.m. has been entered. This can be a 24-hour tool if you want it. You can create staffing calculations and staffing predictions from midnight to midnight if you like. You also select a time period length of 15 minutes, 30 minutes, or 60 minutes to divide the day up into in terms of determining your staffing needs. Here we have 60 minutes selected. It's more likely that you'd be picking 15 or 30 minutes, but I'm picking 60 minutes here just because you'll be able to see the whole day staffing without scrolling. So for this day, Tuesday, that's been selected, the first step I'm going to do is go into the Call Center Designer Day Planner. This brings up a spreadsheet-like arrangement of the day, each row a time period in the day, starting at 8 and ending at the 6 o'clock hour, because the end time is 7 o'clock. And in these three columns, the calls, the talk, and the work time, the manager either pastes in or hand enters in the expected call volumes for each time period, along with the average talk time and average after-call work, or as it's often called, the wrap-up time. Now usually this is pasted over from another source where a forecast has been prepared, or a historical report where the manager wants to bring the information over for forecasting this future day, but they feel it's going to look a lot like some past day. Now once you're in here, you can manipulate these values. You can go in and hand enter any values, change them by hand, or you can increase. So let's say they put in a day for that they feel is somewhat representative of this Tuesday. They've say brought it in from a previous report, and they say, well, it's going to be like that, except we expect 12% more calls. They could enter their 12% here, click on Change Calls, and it increases the number of calls by 12%. Then they'll be entering in a service level goal that they want to maintain. Here they want to answer 80% of the calls within 15 seconds of their arrival. So once they do that, they click this Calculate button, and it calculates then all of these lines over here. And the most important, of course, being the number of agents that are needed in each time period throughout the day, according to the Erlang C formula. The Erlang C formula, if you're not familiar with it, has been used forever in call centers, very much depended on in call center workforce management. Even some of the very most expensive workforce management systems will use Erlang C or some variant of it. So this day planner is our Erlang C tool, which is integrated in with the rest of our software. In the next demo, I'm going to show you where you can copy this information with this Copy to SIM-ACD button to another module called SIM-ACD, where we use not a formula, but a simulation algorithm to improve upon these numbers and make them more accurate, because there are some problems with the Erlang formula in that it assumes that callers are willing to wait forever in queue, which is of course not the case. And it tends to overstaff. It tends to tell you you need more people than in the real world you will need. So be sure after watching this demo to see our next one, which will bring us to the next screen called SimACD.